Hello teacher, today we are going to talk about volleyball. The members are Laura Correa, Genny Pardo and Valentina Martínez. Volleyball is a team sport in which two teams of 6 players and separate with a net. Each team tries to score points being grounded about. Under other terms called under organized rules. It has been a part of the official programs on the Summer Olympic Games since 1964. The complete rules are extensive but simple. Play process as follows: are players on one of the team's bases are rallied, being served the ball. From bases, the boundary line of the court over the net and into the reserves to court. The reserves then must now let the ball the ground base, which means they are their court. The teams may touch the ball 1 to 3 times, but individual players might not touch the ball twice consecutively. Typically, the first two touches are used to set up for attack. An attack to direct the ball back over the net in such a way that serves teams unable to prevent it from being grounded in their court. The rally continues when each team allows as many as 3 consecutive toss ultis either 1. A teammate will grounding the balls on the opponent's court and winning the rally. Or 2. A team commits a foul and loses the rally, then teams that wins the rally is awarded a point and serves the ball to start the next rally. A verse of the most common fouls included causing the ball to touch the ground or fall outside the opponent court on winning first passing of the net. Catching and throwing the ball. Double hit to double hit to consecutive contacts when the ball is made between the 6 players. 4 consecutive contacts which the ball made it between the same teams. New foul touch the new direct players. Foot foul, the foot crossed over the boundary line when served. The ball is usually played with the hard arms, but players can legally strike or push the ball wins any part of the body. A number of consistent techniques have evolved in volleyball, including speaking and blocking. Because their jerseys players are made avoid the touch of the nude, the vertical Young is an athletic still emphasis in the sport, as well as passing center and specialist players position and offensive and defensive structures. In the winter of 1895 in Holyoke, Massachusetts, William Morgan, a GMCA physical education director, created a new game called Mintonette, a name derived from the game of badminton as possible with players indoors and the number of players. The game took some of the inspirations from the other sports such as tennis and handball. Another indoor sport, basketball, was conducted under this area. Another indoor sport, basketball, was conscious under the art having been invented, used the millets. Away in the city of Springfield, Massachusetts, only 4 years before it. Minton was designated an indoor sport less role than basketball for older members of the GMCA. Willie still recorded a bit on the athletic sport.
Was composed of 9 innings with 3 serves for each team in each inning and no limit to the number of ball contacts for each team before sending the ball to the opponent's court. In case of a error, a second 3 was allowed. Hitting the ball into the net was considered a fault, with loss of the point or a sit out, except in the case of the first 3 serves. After an observer, Alfred Halstead noticed the volleyball nature of the game at its first exhibition match in 1896. Played at the international GMCA training school, now called Springfield College. The game quickly became known as volleyball. It was originally split in 2 words. Volleyball rules were slightly modified with the international GMCA training school as the game spread around the country to various GMCAs. It is essentially a game of transition from one of the above skills to the next, with choreographed team movement between plays on the ball. These team movements are determined by the team's chosen serve receive system, offensive system, and defensive system. The serve receive system is the formation used by the receiving team to attempt to pass the ball to the designated setter. System can consist of 5 receivers, 4 receivers, 3 receivers, and in some cases 2 receivers. The most popular formation and higher levels is a 3 receiver formation consisting of 2 left sides and a libero receivers ever in rotation. This allows middles and right sides to become more specialist and hitting and blocks. Offensive systems are the formation used by the offensive to attempt to ground the ball into the opposing court, or otherwise score points. Formation often include designation, player position with skill specialization. See player specialization below. Popular formations include the 4 and 2, 6 and 2 and 5 and 1 systems. See formation below. There are also several different attacking schemes them can use to keep the opponent's defense off balance. Correa system of the formation used by the offense to protect their court in the case of a blocked attack. Executed by the five offensive players not directly attacking the ball players more move to a assigned position around the attacker to dig up any ball than deflects of the blue back into their own court. Popular formations include the 2 and 3 system and the 1-2-2 system. In lieu of a system, some teams use a random coverage with the player nearest the hitter. Defensive systems are the formation used by the defense to protect against the ball being ground into their court by opposing team. The system of which players are responsible for which areas of the court depending on where the opposing team is attacked from. Popular systems include the six-up, six-back deep, and six-back slide defense. There are also several different blocking schemes teams can employ to disrupt the opposing team's offense. When a player is ready to serve, some teams will line up their other 5 players in a screen to obscure the view of the receiver team. This action is only illegal if the server makes use of the screen, so the call is made at the referee's discretion as to impact the screen made on the receiver team's ability to pass the ball. The most common style of screening involves a W formation designed to take up as much horizontal defense to protect against the ball being grounded into their court by the opposite team. The system will outline which player as responsive for which areas of the court depending on where the opposing team is attacking from. Popular systems include the 6-up, 6-back deep, and 6-back slide defense. There are also several different blocking schemes teams can employ to disrupt the opposing team's offense. When one player is ready to serve, some teams will line up their other 5 players in a screen to obscure the view of receiver team. This action is only illegal if the server makes use of the screen, so the call is made at the referee's discretion and as to the impact the screen made of the receiving team ability to pass the ball. The most common style on screening involves a W formation designed to take up as much horizontal space as possible.
There are 5 positions filled on every volleyball team at the elite level: setter, outside hitter, left side hitter, middle hitter, opposite hitter, right CDE hitter, and libero defensive specialist. Each of the positions plays a specific key role in winning a volleyball match. Setters have the task for adjusting the offense of the team. Liberos are defensive players
who are responsible for receiving the attack or server. They are usually the players on the court with the quickest reaction time and best passing skills. Middle blockers of middle hitters are players that can perform very fast attacks that usually take place near the sitter. Outside hitter or left side hitter attack from near the lead antenna. The outside hitter is usually the most conscient hitter on the team and gets on on the teams that gets the most sets. Opposite hitters or right field hitters. Espera. Opposite hitters or right side hitters carry the defensive workload for a volleyball team in the front row. Their primary responsibilities are to put out a well-formed block against the opponent's outside hitters and serve as a backup setter. At some levels where substitutions are unlimited, teams will make use of a defensive specialist in place of or in addition to a libero. Formations. The three stand volleyball formations are known as 4-2, 6-2, and 5-1, which refers to the number of hitters and setters respectively. 4-2 is a basic formation used only in beginners play, while 5-1 is by far the most common formation high level play. 4-2. The 4-2 formation has 4 hitters and 2 setters. The setters usually set from the middle front of right front position. The team will therefore have 2 front round attackers at times. In the international 4-2, the interstational 4-2 to translate more easily into other forms of offense.